Here's the commissioner, David Stern.
With the 6th pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Johnny Flynn from Syracuse University.
Well, the crowd loves it, not because, Johnny Flynn is the guy that they love from Minnesota, but because, Stephen Curry is still available. Interestingly, though, Mark Jackson, Johnny Flynn, a point guard, not a shooting guard. What does this mean to you?
Well, this is a young basketball team, and they're going to play a different brand. They're going to play a different style. So you expect full court pressure. You expect pushing the basketball, and certainly Johnny Flynn is a guy that can score and play off of Rubio.
Jay, does this surprise you at all that Johnny Flynn is the pick instead of somebody who can put the ball in the basket who's taller?
Yeah, maybe a mild surprise, but putting him together with Ricky Rubio where those two can play together isn't such a bad thing. I mean, Johnny Flynn, well, first of all, he's a great kid, a kid of very high character. He's only 5'11", but he's an outstanding athlete. He's got a 40-inch vertical leap. He's can really get up and down the floor. I think he's improved greatly in his 2 years under Jim Boeheim. His decision-making got much, much better, especially last year. He's got quickness. He's got strength. He's a very good ball handler, and he can get into the lane, and he can finish plays even though he is small. He works hard. He's got a great demeanor. He's an improved perimeter shooter, and he's improved in getting into the lane and hitting a little mid-range floater, a mid-range shot. I think he's got really good maturity. What I really like, he's strong, and he's got a strong sense about him on the floor. He turned the ball over a lot as a freshman. You thought, he's a little bit wild, and I know Jim Boeheim had his battles with him in trying to get him to slow down a little bit, to not go so fast. And this past season, I thought he was terrific all season long, and he's a much better defender, I think, than he gets credit for. He can get steals. They played a lot more man-to-man this last year in large measure because Syracuse's zone wasn't as good early on as Jim Boeheim expected it to be. But I think Johnny Flynn has a great deal of potential for the NBA.
Johnny Flynn, 6'1", 196 pounds. He says he hasn't grown since 8th grade after a basketball accident where he broke an ankle bone on a growth plate. He led Syracuse in scoring, assists, and steals, but he also led the nation maybe in hearts and glory in one of the most memorable performances all year long.